Bible tells the story of the Israelites entering the land promised to them by God. We pick up this story as the Israelites enter the promised land. It takes 11 days total to walk from the Red Sea to the promised land, yet the Israelites took 40 years. This is because of the constant grumbling and complaining.
This is not fair!
As you can see, they not only refused to focus on their journey instead of themselves, but they had to know they were already a year into their journey, and when they finally arrived at the promised land, the Lord said to Moses,
I am the voice of God. Send out men to explore the land of Canaan. See what the land is like and find out whether the people who are living there are strong or weak, few or many. Is the soil fertile or poor? Are there many trees? Do your best to bring back samples of crops, you see.
When the spies arrived, they cut down one branch with a single cluster of fruit so large that it took 2 of them to carry it on a pole between them.
It's okay. I'm sure we'll.
Look, this massive bunch. This fruit could feed our camp for weeks. Whew.
Yeah, but look at the people. They're not even people. They must be giants. They could probably crush us under their big toes.
After scouting for 40 days, news of the land.
The land is indeed the land flowing with milk and honey. Here are some of the fruit it produces.
But people living there are powerful. We even saw giants.
But Caleb tried to quiet the people as they stood before Moses.
Let's go at once, take the land. We can surely conquer it.
I agree. God promised us land. Surely we can claim it easily.
We can't go up against them. They're stronger than we are.
Yeah, plus they're like this tall.
The land we travel through and explore would devour anyone who goes to live there.
All the people we saw were huge. Next to them we feel like grasshoppers.
So they spread this negative view and shared it. That night, all the members of the community raised their voices and wept aloud. Caleb and Joshua then threw their phones down and sang. All the Israelites grumbled against Moses and Aaron, and the whole assembly said to them,
Died in Egypt or this wilderness. Why is the Lord bringing us to this land only to fall by the sword?
Yeah, our wives and children would be taken as plunder. Wouldn't it be better for us to just go back to Egypt?
and they said,
We should choose a new leader to go back to Egypt.
Yeah.
I'm so for that idea.
Bro, it's called the promise. It was literally promised to us by God. If you don't think that's a promise we can hold on to, I don't even want to know what to do.
Then Moses and Aaron and from the whole Israelite assembly gathered there. Joshua son of Nun and Caleb son of Jephunneh, who were among those who had explored the land, said to the entire Israelite assembly,
The land we pasture and explore is exceedingly good. If the Lord is pleased with us, He will lead us into that land, a land flowing with milk and honey, and will give it to us. Only do not rebel against the Lord, and do not be afraid of people of the land, because we will develop them, not literally. Don't be scared, y'all. The protection is on their side of the world, but the Lord is with us. Don't be afraid of them. I mean, yeah, they're big, scary, and buff, and they might have more food and weapons and better defenses.
Stop talking.
Yeah, I really should.
We still don't stand a chance.
but the whole assembly talked. Then the Lord appeared at the tent of meeting to all the Israelites. The Lord said to Moses,
How long will these people treat me with contempt? How long will they refuse to believe in me in spite of all the signs I have performed among them? I will strike them down with a peg and destroy them all. But I will make you into a nation greater and stronger than they.
Lord, these are your homies, bro. You can't just kill them. Plus, then all the Egyptians will hear about it. What will they have to say? Everyone will doubt the holy power of the Lord. They have heard of a Lord that stays over them in a form of cloud by day and a pillar of fire by night. Don't give them reason.
So in the end, God struck all those spies who doubted him down with a plague that only Caleb and Joshua were
The Israelites were then forced to wander for 40 more years as a consequence for conforming to what the majority had to say and not trusting God's plan and his holy power. No one, save Caleb and Joshua, allowed to enter the promised land. These people went through this journey so that every generation from then on could benefit from the experiences. There are many lessons that could be taken away from this journey, and this week of hope, we really reflect on one. This journey is one of faith, of choosing not to conform, choosing to allow God's truth to influence you rather than those of this world. Caleb and Joshua had so much faith in God that even when they faced death, they still believed that he would carry them through and deliver his promise to them. And the world today is constantly telling you to be like the doubting Israelites and to conform, but we need to be more like the Calebs and the Joshuas in this world. You know, to be transformed by the renewing of our mind, keep our focus and our faith on God. We're called out, we're set apart, we're to live as God's people, as he's called us, trusting his promises no matter what the world has to say.
I want to say one more round of applause because they broke it down, right? That was from the top right here, and no references here, actually, other than the Bible, of course.